everyone. In previous classes already we have studied about the limitations of Bohr's atomic model of an atom, means where the Bohr fails to explain the idea of an structure of an atom. And next we got another theory, that is the quantum mechanical theory, and this theory gives us a very clear idea about the structure of an atom to us. Before we are studying that theory, some points are there which are lead to development that quantum mechanical theory, and those points also we are studied in our previous class. Those are the dual character of a matter and the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. In today's class, I wish to discuss about the dual character of a matter thoroughly here. So, I wish to discuss with you the dual character of matter. The dual character of matter. So, what is the meaning of this dual character? Already we are discussed when we are studied about the Bohr's atomic model, then the dual character of an electromagnetic radiation. This concept leads to develop the Bohr's atomic model of an atom. So like that, this dual character of a matter, this concept leads to develop the quantum mechanical model here. So matter is nothing but an object. Everything which we have seen, and the microscopic level matter also, like electrons and alpha particle. So each and every matter also have two natures, like particle nature and wave nature. So see here, every matter has a dual character, means a double character, meaning the matter is act as a particle also and act as a wave also. So see, according to the Bohr's model, electrons are revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path with a fixed energy. Means according to the Bohr, electron is here particle nature. Electron is a particle nature. But another scientist came, his name was de Broglie. He is a very great scientist, and he gave a very enthusiastic idea to us, that is, this electron is not a particle nature. This electron also having a wave nature, and this electron revolve like or move like wave. This electron move like wave. So he says to us, and he says that every matter have a wave like nature and a particle like nature, but microscopic level matter have both wave nature and as well as a particle nature. Wave nature and a particle nature. And by some experiments we seen that these two properties of microscopic level matter, means like a electron and alpha particles. So like these microscopic level matters have a both wave nature and have a particle nature. We seen by some experiments both character of these matters, but in a macroscopic level matter, they are also have a wave nature and a particle nature. Means this marker is a macroscopic level matter, and your cricket ball is a macroscopic level matter. The every matter and every object which we have seen, and those are all macroscopic level matter, but they also have a wave nature and they also have a particle nature. A wave nature is very less and negligible in macroscopic level matter. Just we seen a particle we see a particle nature only here. So these are also have a wave nature, but they are negligible. And next, de Broglie gives a very beautiful equation to us. He connect wave nature and particle nature of the matter, and he combined the particle nature and wave nature of a matter, and he gave a one equation. So see here, he take lambda means wavelength for wave nature, and next he take a momentum for particle nature, So he combined these two properties of a wave nature and of a particle nature of a matter, and he gave a equation to us. So see here what he says to us, the wavelength is universally proportional to the momentum. So what is the momentum? Already you know that momentum is mass into velocity. When the wave nature of a matter increases, particle nature of a matter decreases. When particle nature of a matter increases, wave nature of a matter is decreases. Means this marker have a very high particle nature and very negligible wave nature. When the particle nature of a matter increases, then what happens? Automatically the wave nature of matter is decreases. Instead of this proportionality constant, I wish to use lambda is equals to h divided by p. Already you know that p means mass into velocity, that is lambda is equals to h divided by m into v. So this is our de Broglie equation. Lambda is equals to h divided by m into v. So here lambda is equals to wavelength of matter or wavelength of particle. Wavelength of particle or matter or electron. And h is, already you know that what? Yes, Planck's constant. Planck's constant. The value is 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. And next one is the v, velocity of electron or particle, and m is mass of the electron or mass of the particle or mass of that matter. So this is our de Broglie equation. Remember this equation, it is very important to you. And see here, I wish to told another relation which helps in your numericals. The relation between lambda and kinetic energy. So already we know that lambda is equals to h divided by mv. Lambda is equals to h divided by mv. This is our equation number 1. And next, kinetic energy, already you know that half mv square, 1 by 2 mv square, half mv square. So this is our equation number 2. And multiply m on both side equation number 2. Multiply both side equation number 2. Then what will comes here? Just see here, m into kinetic energy is equals to 1 by 2 m square v square. So see here. Then I take a 2 here, 2 m. Instead of kinetic energy, just I wish to write as a E, energy. Energy means the kinetic energy is equals to m square v square. And can I write this equation in this form? Square root of 2me is equals to m into v. So this is our equation number 3. Put put equation 3 in 1. 3 in 1. So see here, our equation 1 is lambda is equals to h divided by mv, but our mv value is square root of 2me. So I write square root of 2me here. So this is the relation between kinetic energy and the wavelength. This is the relation between kinetic energy and the wavelength. So remember this one and this one. These two formulas are very important to you. In our next class, I will come with numericals based on this de Broglie equation. So remember this formula. I wish to complete the class here only, and next we will meet soon with the numericals based on this de Broglie equation. Bye bye.